students. I am Rishabh, working as an assistant professor in ABS Engineering College. Today topic of discussion is merge sort. So students, let me start. The topic is merge sort. As you know, what is the actual meaning of sorting? Sorting, you can say, that is a process whenever all the elements that can be arranged in the form of ascending order or descending order, then you can say that is known as a sorting. So there are number of technique we have discussed in the sorting, and in continuation of the series the topic will come merge sort. As you know, the name merge you can say we can combine the list into a single list. So the topic that is merge sort that will be used, basic approach is divide and conquer technique. Divide and conquer technique, that is the approach that will be applied in merge sort, and the basic idea of the merge sort, as I know you have studied in data structure. Now that will be covered in design of analysis and algorithm. So let me start the topic merge sort. So here I have divide. First is divide in three terms. First one is the divide, second is the conquer, and the third one is combine. Why that will be used? Because that will be say the actual meaning of the merge sort. First is the divide. Divide, what is the meaning of divide? Divide, you can say a problem is given to you and the problem is that will be checked. If a problem is large, then you have to divide problem into sub problem as name as P1 and P2. These are the sub problem that will be again check. If it is again large, then you can continue the process dividing into sub problem like P3, P4, P5 and P6. So that is the concept of the dividing. Here you can see the term partitioning the n element array to be sorted into sub array of the sizes n by 2 element in each sub array. For example, P problem has contained n element. Doesn't matter what is the value of the n. Let us say that is n. So divide into two problem like P1 and P2. So what is the size of P1? That say n by 2 and n by 2. That's why we can say that n by 2 element in the sub array. Clear? Next is conquer. Conquer means sorting the two sub array recursively using merge sort. For example, P1 again that is large. So that means if again that problem is a large, we can again apply the sorting algorithm. So you can say again you can apply on P1 and P2, then you can say sub array recursively using merge sort. That is the concept will come conquer. Clear? And after dividing the problem into sub problem, for example, we have 10 elements in a P problem. Clear? And we can divide into two sub problem, all the sub problem that contain 5 elements, and here also 5 element, because that will be the part of n by 2, and again this is also n by 2, and this is the n. So n is 10, that you can say n by 2 will come 5 and n by 2 will come 5. Again you can divide the problem into sub problem, let us say 2 or 3, again 2 or 3, and dividing, and finally you will get the result in one element, one single element. So you can say that after dividing all the problem, you will say that problem, all these problems are small problem. Then you can combine all the small sub problems. Clear? So that's why we can finally combine all these are the sorted arrays, like merging the two sorted sub array of size n by 2 each to produce the sorted array of n elements. So that is the meaning of the combining. Clear? So merge sort totally depends on first that will be divide the problem, and concur means that will be apply the recursively, and the finally all the sub problems that will be combined by using the combine function. So this is the basic idea behind the merge sort. Now the algorithm, what is the algorithm of merge sort? So there are two algorithms you can see in the picture in front of you, and you can see that first we will call this one, this is the first algorithm, and this one is the second algorithm. You can see that merge sort, there are three parameters. A is say that array, P is the first index value of the array, R is the last index value of the array. Let us suppose a single array, it contains 8 elements. We can take the example. You can see that 1, 5, 7, 8, 2, 4, 6, 9. So let us say that is the first index of the array is P and the last index of the array is R. Clear? So here it will check P is less than R. If it is so, then you can say that the array is large. That means number of element, that is not a single element in the array. You can say that if P index is that can be pointed to first and R that will be pointed to last position, you can say 8th position here, and this one is the first position. So 1 is less than 8, then you can say that there are more than one element in the array. Clear? So now if it is large number of element like this one, then you can say you can find out the mid value Q. This is the floor value. What is the meaning of this one? If you can say 4.5 and you can use the floor value, that is equal to the 4, but similarly that will be used ceiling function, then you can say that is equal to 5, but we can take this one. So you can say that 1 plus 8 that is equal to 9. 9 divided by 2 is 4.5 is equal to the 4. So let us say Q that will be pointed to 4th position. So we can divide the problem into sub problem because that is a problem is large. So here 1, 5, 7, 8, this is the first sub problem corresponding to this array, and this one is second sub problem 2, 4, 6, 9, because this one is the P and this is the Q, and the next position of Q is Q plus 1 and the last position similar, that is R. So we can call it is as last position of the first array is Q and the first position of second array is Q plus 1. So here simply this is the first position of the array, this is the last position of the array. You can simply in the first array P is similar same and Q that can be replaced by R because that is the last position of the first array, and this one second you can change the first position and the last position will be same, then you can say R is same and first position will come Q plus 1. Clear? Finally we can divide the problem into sub problem and finally we can merge it. How that will be merged, that say by this algorithm. That is the procedure, or you can say main part of the merge sort. This is the main part of the merging. Clear? How it will execute, we can say, let me take the example corresponding to this, like I have written one example, this one. We can take the value infinity. We can take the value infinity here. You can see simply this one. Why we use infinity in the end? That is the answer why. Maybe that will be come in your mind. So before in your mind question, I am giving the answer for corresponding to that question. the question is why we use infinity in the end, because will come, this is the array and this is the p point, this one is the midpoint, and the next value of the mid is q plus 1, and the last position of the array is r. Clear? So basically we can divide the problem into sub problem like this one, pq, q plus 1 and r. Clear? So here r, so we can just put the value as infinity here, last end of the array. Why? Because when we combine the array sub array into single array, then it will help us. How? I am just saying, I am just giving the result how that will become. For example, 2, 6, 8, 9, that is the first array and this one is the second array. Clear? So whenever we can combine this list, because these are the sorted list, and when we combine these lists into single array, I am just taking the example, not completely say that is the merge sort procedure. I am just giving the example how it will, you can say infinity that will be executed. So why that will be used? Because p, that is the first point, will compare with the first index value of the second array. The index, the content of corresponding to this position, that will be compared. Like 2 compare with 3, which one is small, that will be stored in the resultant 2. And the next you can say we will increment the value where we can take the value from the array. So we can take the value from first array, then you can just increment p by 1, p plus 1, that will be compared with this one, 6 compare with 3, then you can say the value will come 3. So q plus 1 will be incremented like q plus 2, that will be compared again next time 5, then 6, then 7, 8, 9 and 10. That is the result will giving by the after completing the merging. Clear? So how that will be used infinity, because infinity just say that is the end of the first array. You can just copy the infinity in the second array, and that will be say the end of the second array. You can copy rest of the value from the first array in the resultant. And the same thing you can apply on the first array. Infinity will say of the first array, if you can reach this position, then it will say you can just copy the second array content in the resultant, whatever the left value, that will be you can say in the second array. Clear? So that is the basically use of the infinity in the end. So next point, that is the merging procedure, how it will execute. First is the APQR, that is the parameter, you can say arguments, APQR, these are the 4 arguments, doesn't matter, both are the same or the naming that is different, but number should be same whenever we can call the any function. That is the basic procedure of the calling. So APQR, these are the 4 parameter. What is the meaning of these parameter? First is the A is the array, P is the first position of the array, Q is the mid position of the array, R is the last position of the array. Clear? N1, it will say number of elements. These will say number of elements in first list and second list. Clear? This will say total number of element in the first list and second list. Like N1 will say total number of element in the first list, and N2 will say total number of element in the second list. Clear? So Q minus P plus 1, you can just execute it like this one. First 2, I am just putting the index value. Why it will start from 1? Because I am just giving the example corresponding to the algorithm. That's why we can just apply the user value, index value of this one 1. Clear? So N1 is equal to q. What is the value of q? That is 4 minus p is 1 plus 1. Once one cancel, then n1 will come 4. So you can see that n1 total number of element is 4. Clear? The same thing n2. You can just calculate the value of n2. n2 is r is what? 8 minus q. q is what? 4. So n2 also come 4. You can see that total number of elements in the second array, that is the n2. Clear? That is again 4. So next is the L is the, you can say 1 to n plus 1, n1 plus 1, because why that is include plus 1? Because of the infinity. Clear? N1 is the total number of element in the array, and one more element, that is infinity, we can add in the end of the array. And the same thing you can apply on the R, that will start from 1 to n2 plus 1 be the new array. Clear? And you can just apply for I is 1 to n1. I is a, you can say, variable here. I can be represented from first position to last position, that is infinity. You can apply L of I, that is equal to the A of p plus I minus 1. What is the value of I initially? What is the value of I? That is 1 minus 1 plus p is 1. 1 cancel, then A1 value copy in L of 1. Clear? So here you can see that is the L array and this one is the R array. Right array, left array. Clear? We can just copy the value of from array to left array and the right array. How it will come, how it will divide, that will say, that will be executed by the algorithm. Clear? So you can see that you just say the comments also, copy the value in left array, and you can see that copy the value in right array. Clear dear? Very good. Now that is just putting the value infinity, n1 plus 1 infinity here, and n2 plus 1 infinity here. Clear? I is pointed to 1, this one, and j is pointed to 1, this one. Clear? Next is the k. K will be applied p to r. How? That is the p to r, and it will check if L of I is less than equal to rj. I am just saying 2 compared with 3 here. Which one is the least value? That is 2, and the increment pointer will be by p plus 1, because that will be picked by the first array. If the value that will be picked by second array, then the increment only second array. Clear? Very good. So here you can see that L of I is less than equal to R of j, then least value is this one, because that will be satisfied if part that will be executed. L of I that will be stored in A of k. A of k is what? A of k is resultant value, that is the k. Clear? K of 1, k of 2, k of 3, and so on. So that will be stored in this. So I will be incremented. Else if that is not list, then you can say R is list as compared to L of I, then R of j will store in AK and j will be incremented. Clear? So that is the basic you can say overall about the merge sorting, how it will execute, how the merge sort that will be performed with the help of example. Clear? And now we can just call the function how that will be executed. Divide the array into the sum problem which contains the one element and combine the list by using the merging procedure. This is the all about idea of the merge sort with suitable example. So next the point will come complexity. How it will come complexity. I am saying that the complexity in average case, best case, average case and worst case. These are the three cases that will be applied in every sorting or every concept in the design of analysis and algorithm. Best case, average case and worst case, these are the three cases will come. Whatever the situation, the complexity will come and log n in every case. That is the complexity of the merge sort. Generally we can just represent big O. Big O can be used for the worst case. If we are using average case, then we can just taking theta and log n, and if we are using best case, then we can use omega and log n. Clear? But I am saying in every case the complexity will come and log n. Clear, students? So this is the concept of the merge sort. We can discuss one by one, and hopefully you can just understand the concept of the merge sort with suitable example, and you can clear the concept of the algorithm also. Thank you very much.